the episode before, it's like you guys left on this high. So we want to know from you, what do you think happened in between that time?
What the hell happened?
Oh man, what the hell happened? I still ask myself that question all the time. I think Matt just had a really hard time navigating his feelings throughout this whole entire thing. And when you do perform in front of those judges and you have a great performance and you get off the stage, and it's how can you not be on like cloud 25? You know what I mean? Like you're just on a whole other level of like happiness. And so I feel like I was always there with him, but I feel like when he had that with me, that kind of like hyped him up a little bit. And I feel like maybe he just I don't know, you guys. I don't know.
Panicked.
I guess.
Because he has commitment issues.
Yes, he has major commitment issues.
Well, and was that something, because he touched on it a little bit, like when he was talking to you the week before, he said, my relationships haven't worked out, and that's made me kind of hole up and shut down and keep my guard up. Was he ever more, maybe away from the cameras with just you specifically, was he ever more open about maybe what happened or why he was like that?
Watching that the first time, he didn't even tell me that. So no, he didn't. He never brought that up. So I obviously knew he had commitment issues, but he never said, literally watching that episode, I was like, okay, well, why didn't you tell me that? Like, that's something that I just would have liked to know, because it maybe would have helped me out a little bit in understanding where he is. And like you said, like wondering what that, certain experience was for him that made him this way. But he didn't even tell me that. He's just not the best communicator either. And I think that was another thing that really hurt us, was that I don't know. I just never knew where he was. And he didn't talk to me about, he talked to me about a lot of serious things, but the reasonings behind as to where he was, he never really opened up about that with me.
Mm-hmm. So that's really interesting. So when we watched it, it was like he was saying certain things away from you, how he felt about you, or just like why he is the way he is that maybe you weren't getting. So from the audience perspective, it's like, okay, we understand a little bit. We see the struggle, but it sounds like, so for us, it's like, why can't you just tell her? Why does it have to be so serious?
Right.
And that's something that Becca and I talked about, is you don't have the pressure on this show to get engaged.
Right.
So I didn't understand the pressure of having to profess love and take it, like you're not getting married at the end of the show. Right. It's just, you have a connection.
Right.
But it sounds like with you, from hearing you say it, you kind of had a better sense of it because he wasn't opening up to you in the same way that he was in his interviews.
Yeah, he wasn't, I was like, what? Literally watching, I'm like, why didn't you just tell me that? Like, it's not like you said, it's not like we have this huge pressure. When I told him I was falling for him, I wasn't like, you need to tell me you love me. I just needed him to let me know that I was not wasting my time, like that I was just, I was on the right path to something, and he just kind of never really said anything. So, yeah, that's a little annoying.